On here, these are the latches that hold the door on, and I went through and I pulled this away a little bit, and then I used a little handsaw to saw through the nails, got this piece out, and you can see how bad that board was rotten. It was rotten all the way up there, so it's a good thing we'll have a new one to put in here. Here's those pieces that I cut, and one thing I did was at the bottom of them, I don't know if you can see, but it's a little shinier. I put some thin CA glue on there to help seal the bottom of it so it won't soak up moisture so much. And then we're going to put this in here. We're going to see how far it goes, see how much I need. Get the camera. Put this in here, see how much I need to trim off. This up here is a little bit rotten, so I may pull that out, and I may see if I can make it full length up here a little bit longer. It is a little bit of rot right here, but I think if we keep this where it's not going to drain inside of there, if you have a little loop, they'll drip off the loop. If you have them up tight, they're going to run inside. So we might need to do something a little bit different. You know, put a little kink in here, get this up so it has a little bit of a loop, and then it will come down and it'll drip off of here. So let me get in here. I'm going to see if I can pull this nail out, because it doesn't do us much good in there. Because that's where the board was fastened into there. Nice thing about the curved pliers, you know, whether you're using the slip joint pliers or these here, you can put some pressure on it and turn it out. There it goes. So now that's out of the way. I'm going to see how much I may need to cut some of this back a little bit right up in here. So let me take a look at that. I'll sit this. Maybe I can put this one piece in without cutting it. The other side over here is coming up next. It looks in pretty good shape all the way down, except a little bit down at the bottom. I'll put my finger up there. It's probably rotten up here, probably just a little bit. So let me go ahead and pause this, and I will come back when I determine what I'm going to do up here. I think you're going to do a little bit of trimming up here, so I can put that piece in full length up there. Hey, just to let you see how much it brought it off the bottom of it. Look, this distance here, it's about the width of my hand. Is the distance it rotted off of there. So good thing we're replacing that and that door. There's our new door coming up, and I'm going to show you the old door. Is all this bottom is all rotten off, and then when you put it in the opening, you can see how much gap there is. That's how much of it rotted off. Well, I cut off a little bit right up in here, and if we can get in there close to see it, I cut this off right up in here, and now these wires will go in here. I'm not going to fasten this piece down on the side yet until I get the other one replaced, and then I'll take the door and fit it in there so I don't have to do too much trimming. I do have this wide enough I can trim down quite a bit of this door. I have a plane with me, hand plane, so I'll trim that down as needed. Well, I have the left side here put in. I did have to trim it down about that much, so that's good. So that's in there. I'm not going to fasten those down until I get the board or the door fit. So now next I'm going to try the door and see how it fits, and then we'll trim it down with the plane. I got a little hand plane down here I'm going to be using to trim it. Have the access door all fitted, and when I don't put my fingers on it, it opens up, so don't worry about pulling it out. Now what I'll do is I'll get a consistent gap around the outsides here, and then there's a little bit different gap here, so I'll get those set up so that it's centered in the space. We got some room, and it pretty much goes, this is where it goes. So I'm going to leave just a little bit of a gap, not much here, and then I'll fasten these boards down. I got some construction screws I'm going to put in there rather than putting nails in there. We have it all in and fitted. I have the turns over here so that you can latch it in. One over here on this side as well. So now it puts in there nice and snug, nice and tight. Open those up and it'll just fall right out, so you don't have to worry about a handle on there. Just turn that over, holds it, and that holds it. So the crawl space access door is done.